and welcome back to another vlog. I hope you enjoyed our last vlog where we explored the concept of biology. Wasn't it just so mind-blowing? I was so amazed. Hey, why do explosions keep on occurring when That's interesting, but wait, how do explosions occur and why do they occur? Today we'll be exploring the concept of chemistry and chemical reactions in hopes to answer this question. So like I mentioned before, today we'll be exploring chemistry and chemical reactions. So chemistry is a field of science that studies composition, structure, properties, behavior of elements, and compounds composed of atoms, molecules, and ions, and the changes they undergo during a reaction with other substances. That was a pretty detailed definition. Let's break it down a bit more and take a closer look at what atoms, molecules, ions, and elements are. Elements are the simplest kinds of matter. They cannot be broken down any further to make a different kind of substance. That means that they are the purest kind of substance.
Atoms are single neutral particles of an element. Molecules are neutral particles made of two or more atoms bonded together. The atoms that make up the molecules can be of different elements. Ions are positively or negatively charged particles. They can be made up of more than one atom. When a chemical reaction occurs, the atoms from the reactants are rearranged to create a different substance as the product. The reactant is the substance that is undergoing change or taking part in the chemical reaction, while the product is the final result in the reaction. Now let's get into our first experiment. The first experiment we will be performing is called elephant's toothpaste. The materials you will need for this experiment are an empty plastic bottle, dry yeast, warm water, liquid dish soap, 3% hydrogen peroxide, a tablespoon, and a funnel. The first step is to add in half a cup or 8 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide and carefully pour it into the water bottle. Next, add in dish soap and swirl the bottle gently to mix the mixture. Then, in a measuring cup, mix together 1 tablespoon of yeast and 3 tablespoons of warm water. Stir that for about 30 seconds. Lastly, pour in the yeast mixture into the water bottle and quickly step back. Whoa, look at that! That looks pretty similar to the explosion we saw earlier in the vlog. Why did that happen? We start off with hydrogen peroxide, which is a liquid made from hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms. Its chemical formula is H2O2. It's available in different strengths or concentrations. You usually find it in a 3% concentration. Though higher concentrations are available, they are more dangerous and must be handled very carefully. It also breaks down when it's exposed to light, which is why it usually comes in dark brown bottles. When hydrogen peroxide breaks down, it turns into oxygen and water. Normally, this breakdown happens very slowly, but you can make that reaction happen faster. How? By adding a catalyst. Yeast is an organism that contains a special chemical called catalase that can act as a catalyst to help break down hydrogen peroxide. Catalase is present in almost all living things that are exposed to oxygen, and it helps them break down naturally occurring hydrogen peroxide. This means that if you mix yeast with hydrogen peroxide, the hydrogen peroxide will rapidly break down into water and oxygen gas. The oxygen gas forms bubbles. These bubbles would usually escape from the liquid and pop quickly, but adding a little dish soap provides additional surface tension, allowing the bubbles to get trapped and creating lots of foam. This foam looks like a giant squeeze of toothpaste, almost big enough for an elephant. Now, let's move on to the next experiment.
The second experiment we'll be performing is called green penny. The materials you'll need for this experiment include a saucer, some vinegar, a penny, paper towels, and an open space, like a kitchen. The dog is optional though. The first step to green penny is to fold the paper towel a couple times to have a bit of thickness to the towel. Next, lay the folded paper towel on top of the saucer and pour the vinegar over the towel until it is fully soaked up by the towel. Then, place the penny on top of that soaked paper towel and leave it there for the next couple of minutes. Watch and observe the chemical reaction that takes place on the penny. To get the best results, leave the penny there for an entire day. Look how the penny changes colors. Now I'll jump to the clip of my penny that has been there for 24 hours and I flipped it over. It's green now. But why is it green? What caused it to change colors? The copper, which is an element in the penny, reacts with the oxygen, another element in the air, to form the green color copper oxide. The vinegar actually helped the copper react with the oxygen faster. What an exciting observation! Both of these experiments show chemical reactions and change between the reactants to form the product. In the future, take notice in these things that happen around us daily, such as photosynthesis outside or cellular respiration.
Thanks for tuning into our vlog. Wasn't this also just mind-blowing? How amazing was that? Make sure to hit that like button down below and let us know what you guys want us to experiment next. Bye!